In this video tutorial, we will demonstrate the way that you do your assignments each week. You begin by clicking on Conference, which will take you to a screen of the available conferences. In this screen, for this week, which is the first week, we will click on the Week 1 conference. In the list of topics, the topic that we're concerning ourselves with right now is the Weekly Assignment Instructions. By clicking on it, we will see the things that you should do each week in order to complete your weekly assignment instructions. This video tutorial is essentially a duplicate of the written material that is under this main topic. As we read the written material, its first item is that in all weekly assignments, each student is required to do all of the problems. So you must do all of the problems. So where do you find the list of the problems that you have to do for week 1? It is under the main topic, week 1 assigned problems. So by clicking on this note, we'll display to you the problems that you need to do this week. And here they are. You'll notice that they are all in Chapter 1. They have sections, pages, and the number of problems that you have to do. Some are even-numbered problems, and some are odd-numbered problems. That's an intentional mixture. The motivation for doing these problems is to learn the material. An additional motivation is that the proctored final exam will only consist of problems selected from the weekly problems. So you need to record this week's assigned problems. One way to do it is simply to take a piece of scratch paper and to write down all of the problems that are on this list. Another way to do it is to highlight the set of problems by clicking and dragging, and then you can press the Control button followed by the C key, Control C, which will put them in the clipboard. You can then open a word processor such as Notepad or Microsoft Word and press Control followed by V, which will paste them. Then you can save this file as some name of your own choosing, and I will say the name of the file is going to be Week 1 Assigned Problems. So now that you've saved the list of problems in a place where you can find them that you need to do, we go back to Weekly Assignment Instructions and see what we're supposed to do next. After we have copied the problems that comprise this week's assignment, it says return to this main topic and continue following instructions. It notes that the assignment is divided into different sections, and we will remind ourselves of that by using Section 1.1, Section 1.2, Section 1.3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 9. So it's recommended that you do the problems one section at a time. You can do more if you want, but that's the recommended way to do it. First, in your textbook, which is a very, very good textbook, read the section pages that you have to do. The second thing that you have to do is to open the topic that's called Required Video Tutorials to View for this week. This is a list of selected video tutorials that I have selected, which covers the same material as presented to you by a person instead of from a printed page of a textbook. These video tutorials reside on YouTube, and these words in the lavender ink here are links. Each one will take you to one of those videos. For example, how to round numbers. Clicking on it will open a new window which directly connects you to YouTube, in which this video comes up. And then you listen and watch this video to learn that particular topic. You do this for each of the videos that I have required that you view, and in particular, you do it for all of the ones that apply to the section that you're examining right now. You can close the video when you're done watching it. So let's go back to weekly assignment instructions and see what you should do next. You have read the pages in the textbook. You have viewed the required videos. Third, in the section that you're studying, work, covering up the author's solution, each example in the textbook for this section. Then after you have worked each one, then lift the cover of the author's solution and compare your work with the author's solution. Your next step in learning the material on this chapter is to work some of the odd-numbered problems, not necessarily the assigned ones, but any one at all. Then compare your work with the answers in the back of the book and the solutions in your accompanying solutions manual. This prepares you to begin your assigned problems. Now, we have a list of all the problems you've been assigned this week, and your task now is on scratch paper to work each and every one of the problems in the section that you're concentrating on. Say now section 1.1. So you work all of these problems assigned to section 1.1. After those have been worked to your satisfaction, you're now ready to submit your work into your study group's collaborative document known as your whiteboard. So let's go and take a look at that now. Under the main menu is a selection called Study Groups. In this are 5 study groups for this class. Each study group contains 5 people. One of them will contain you. Let's say that you are in Study Group A. There are 4 subtopics that you can explore. 1, members, tells you who are the members that are in your study group along with you. Who are the other 4 people? This would be who they are. The next would be the chat room, in which you can have a conversation with any of or more of these other 4 people that are also logged on at the same moment that you are, setting up the chat room. And at the moment we will find that, indeed, there is no one except myself logged on, so you'll have to make prior arrangements with your study group mates to have them logged on at the same time in case you want to chat on them. So this demonstrates the chat room, the feature that's available, and I am the only one that's here at the moment. So we close the chat room. In your study group are some conferences. There is one conference with different topics, and you are required to examine and keep track of and respond to these topics as they appear from week to week. But what we're here for right now is to examine your collaborative document known as a whiteboard. We open the whiteboard either by simply clicking on it or right-clicking and choosing Open, and then the whiteboard is open.